My roommate, 27mm, keeps borrowing my clothes without asking and returns them stained. I, 28, have had a pretty bad past. I was homeless for about 5 years, so I never got to experience the life most people take for granted. I grew up in foster care and then became homeless after that. I've recently moved into an apartment with 2 roommates. One of them is a guy named Max, 27mm, who has a pretty good job. He's really laid back, but he can be weird at times. For example, he likes to listen to music in his room at very loud volumes while he's doing stuff like homework or watching movies. This doesn't bother me too much since I live on my side of the wall. But sometimes he'll just put the volume all the way down when he's working out, which is annoying. The thing that bothers me the most, though, is how he borrows my clothes without asking. Now, it might sound petty, but this is something that really bothers me. I don't mind if someone wants to borrow one of my shirts, but he takes my best clothes. Like I work hard for what I have. My favorite pair of jeans are black, and they're not even ripped. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. They're my favorite because they were made by a well-known brand and they look great. And they're my favorite because they fit perfectly. I'm a tall girl, so finding pants that fit me is hard enough, let alone ones that actually look nice. So yeah, they're my go-to pants. But whenever I see him wearing them, I get angry. Not only do I feel disrespected, but I also feel stupid. Why would he want to wear those? He has plenty of other clothes that fit him better than mine. Another issue we have is that he returns them dirty. I mean, come on. If you're going to take someone else's shirt, why wouldn't you wash it first? So yesterday, I was getting ready to go out with some friends and I saw him wearing my favorite shirt. I asked him why he took it, and he said that he needed it for a job interview. I told him that I wasn't comfortable lending it to him, especially since it fits him so poorly. He said that he didn't want to make us late, so he could just take the shirt and return it later. I told him no, and he said that he'd return it after the interview. When he came home from the interview, he gave me back the shirt, but it smelled like sweat. I asked him why he didn't wash it, and he said that it didn't matter because he wasn't going to keep it anyway. I told him that he should have washed it before returning it, and he said that I shouldn't be such a jerk. This was the last straw. I called our landlord and told him that I couldn't pay rent anymore because I was moving out. I packed my things and left. I went to stay with my mom until she gets married next week. She's living with her fiancé now, so I figured it was best to move out. I thought that he would realize how rude it was for him to take my clothes without asking and return them dirty, but nothing happened. That's when I realized that he doesn't care. He's not sorry and he doesn't think that taking someone else's belongings is wrong. I don't know if I'm being too harsh, but I'm done with him. I won't be staying here when he moves out, but I don't plan on moving back in either. Edit. I apologize for any grammar mistakes. I wrote this on my phone,